Hello everyone, welcome back to another Pokemon the Series The Beginning episode talk. This time we're talking about Bound for Trouble episode 106. And we have made it to an island where it's full of Pidgeot and Rhydon, which now they call it Pidgeot. Later on they'll call it Pidgeot, and then afterwards they call it Pidgeot again. I hate this pronunciation war so much. I got it wrong and I also got it right. I hate it. Anyway, doesn't matter. But anyway, those two idiots are bigger than normal around here, potentially because of the fruit. However, Ash spots a fruit basket and Misty's like, "You idiot! That's obviously a trap. Let's take a fruit from the tree." So they go over to the tree, but that was actually the real trap. So Ash's like, "And you were the one who talked me out of getting the fruit basket. We should have just gone for that one." But anyway, then Team Rocket take Pikachu, bind it to Meowth, and then escape. And then when they've escaped, a Pidgeot shows up and takes Pikachu and Meowth with it. So, yeah, that's a problem. But then Pikachu, before shocking Pidgeot, first shocks Meowth by accident. And the way that the electricity works here is kind of annoying, because Pidgeot is holding on to the thing, so shouldn't Pidgeot also be shocked? And also, later on, Pikachu is able to shock the Rhydon that appears without shocking Meowth. Shouldn't Meowth also be shocked? Like, I don't know how the laws work of this machine. But anyway, eventually Pikachu gets us free. Pikachu lands on Meowth, because of course. And then afterwards, throughout this episode for a little bit, we have Pikachu is going to lead the way, because Pikachu's got the electric sacks, and Meowth is powerless. Also, they can't escape because Jessie has the key. So the gang finds Team Rocket and they explain what happened, and now it's a race for the two of them. And Tracy uses Meryl's ears in order to find Pidgeot's nest, which is empty. Also, would have been nice if you had your own Pidgeot, Ash. You could have searched from the sky, but it's gonna take a while before we get them some sky power. But Ash is never going to quit searching for Pikachu, as we all know. Later on, Pikachu and Meowth, they run into some trouble of a Rhydon, because that was also promised to us, so they run away from the Rhydon. However, then they have to fight Rhydon, but that doesn't really work because it's a ground type. So then Meowth tickles Rhydon, which causes him to open his mouth, and then Pikachu shocks him in the mouth, which actually hurts it, because why not? And they won, boys, they won. So now it's off to the next location, and it's getting late. They're getting hungry. They find an apple tree, and I like how Meowth jumps for the apple. And then, oh, by the way, also earlier in the episode, I like the rewind that they did. I didn't write that in the notes, actually, but I just remembered. Anyway, I like the rewind that he did. Like, Ash runs over to the basket, and then Misty's like, "Wait!" And then we get a rewind like that. Anyway, Meowth jumps for the apple, but Pikachu holds him back with the cable, shocks the apple, gets the apple, and then breaks the apple in half, gives half to Meowth. And then the next day, Pidgeot and Rhydon are back, but don't worry, Ash is here for the rescue with Snorlax, and we have Snorlax versus Rhydon, where we learn that Snorlax knows the power of the Mega Fist. Also, Arbok goes up against Pidgeot and wins as well. And I like how she's like, "Use Bite," and then they just clash each other's heads against each other. It's like, oh wait, about that was not a bite, really. But now we have obviously the squad versus Team Rocket, and Ash will not let go of Pikachu. So Ash sends out Bulbasaur in order to get the key, but then Jessie once again brings Arbok out. James brings out Victory Bell, who bites Arbok for no reason at all. Bulbasaur then hits both of them into Team Rocket, which causes the key to get to Ash, and then Ash unlocks the thing. And now we need to get rid of Team Rocket, so Misty wants to send out Staryu, but she accidentally grabbed Psyduck's Pokeball. And then Togepi blows up Team Rocket, which they all think was Psyduck. And then to end the episode, Team Rocket fight over the apple, and, well, Meowth misses Pikachu, because Pikachu was sharing. And overall, it was a fun episode, I will say that. But nothing is going to be as fun as the next episode. Well, emotional, let's say that. God, that next episode is so good, but I can't wait to get into it. So, let me know what you guys thought about this episode. I had fun with it, and with it being said, thank you all so very much for watching it. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you did, please like button, subscribe if you're new, if not already. Turn on notifications, don't forget, check out the last video channel, link in the description, and at the end of the video. And Charizard really needs to chill out in that next episode. Bye!